ravens gather, come to feast on sovereigns great down to the least. They taste the same as souls released, if serve or king or knight or priest. Then we croon as sharp and cold, as tried and true as it is old. Come join the tune if you be bold. We sing a song of blood and gold. 'Tis no occasion for the frail. Piss not your pants and never wail. Think on the wenches, coin and ale, that wait for those who tell the tale. The ravens gather, come to feast on sovereigns great down to the least. They taste the same as souls released, if serve or king or knight or priest. And if your bowels they do impale, should your blood run and leave you pale, enjoy that last breath you inhale, for nevermore shall you travail. The hymn we croon is sharp and cold, as tried and true as it is old. Come join the tune if you be bold. We sing a song of blood and gold. The ravens gather, come to feast on sovereigns great down to the least. They taste the same as souls released, if serve or king or knight or priest.
What did I get here?
You're muted, I believe.
I was muted. Okay. Welcome, everyone, back to our third streamed episode of Ravens Gather. When last we left off, our intrepid heroes went to Castle Island to see what was up, what was going on with the disappeared lord, after having found out it was, in fact, the locals of Bramble Hollow who slayed their lord after he returned with his forces weakened from battle fighting the Saxons of Essex. Because of his pagan heritage, it was a largely Catholic town. They arrived, encountered undead creatures near the family mausoleum, approached the castle. Brother Ainsley had a supernatural experience examining the cross that appeared the old baron appeared to have been affixed to, which then disappeared. The large wolf that had been hounding them for the last 3 days appeared atop the gatehouse and revealed himself to be a humanoid wolf, warning them to stay away and to not involve themselves in local affairs, and then took off with a large pack of wolves behind him, heading westward towards the causeway in the mainland. They then approached the castle proper, and we'll pick right back up where we left off. Okay, so you guys enter the ruins of the castle. It's been very heavily burned. And as you enter the main foyer, you see a large swirl of white gas appear, and it forms into this image, a spectral form of a woman whose face you cannot see, merely her vague outline of the clothes she was wearing. She spreads her arms wide and says, "Welcome, visitors. I apologize for the cold welcome to my house." And then does a little bow.
Who be you?
I am the Lady Brianna. This is my home. Or it was. And she sweeps her hand across the ruined space.
It's fine. It's a nice home.
What happened here, ma'am?
The villagers took exception to my husband's pagan beliefs and came and murdered him in our household, and myself, it sadly must be said.
How are you here?
I am bound here for as long as my husband remains here. I will not leave to pass to the afterlife without him.
We looked for your husband's body, and it was removed before we came here.
My husband is not dead.
What?
You saw a vision, did you not,
Indeed,
Brother
I did.
Ainsley?
You know my name.
I know all your names. I have been watching.
Indeed, I did see a vision of a past.
That's impressive. Sometimes I don't know my own name.
She just kind of glares at you a moment and turns her attention back to Brother Ainsley.
Brother Ainsley's chuckling slightly because he resumes his game face, if you will, and concentrates. What I saw was either a dream or a vision of the past. Which I cannot tell if it was true or not. Have you had this vision too?
Your vision was true, Brother Ainsley.
Then how can he be alive?
My husband cursed the Christians that slaughtered us, calling upon the forces of their own devil, and he answered. He sent a demon, and that demon struck a bargain with him. He was taken down from the cross and first performed an act of terrible evil to go on living. Unfortunately, in his rage and weakness, he acquiesced.
Do you know where he is now?
I only know that he is still alive and in the area. I can only detect his presence when he is on the island.
And is he now?
He has left. He was here recently.
How long ago, if I may ask?
Moments ago.
Moments?
You saw and spoke with him.
He is the werewolf.
He is the wolf.
Brother Ainsley's crossing himself and turning to the rest of the party. This... I cannot say what.
He had a great wolf, a dire wolf, named Bran, that he loved very much. The bargain he made with the demon was that he had to slay Bran and eat his heart, which he did, seeking revenge. He now shares his form with the wolf.
Who the hell kills his own dog?
A very desperate and angry man.
No.
I'm speechless. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it.
Melkor, could you speak up, please?
I am speechless. I've never seen anything like her.
Is she pretty?
You can't really make out any details. Her face appears to be missing. Her eyes light up faintly now and then.
How pale
She's
is
basically
she?
translucent.
That's normal here. What? It's true. What? It's true. There's no vitamin D anywhere. Martello.
Vitamin D is...
No man who kills his dog, Miguel, has any of my respect.
My husband was a good man, but he succumbed to rage. And now he torments his former people.
He's trying to dissuade us, asking us not to go further on our quest.
He just does not want to be interfered with. He only wants to torment the people of Bramble Hollow. That is the only thing that exists in his mind, seeking revenge upon his.
They deserve it.
I'm in agreement. They do deserve it.
Not all the people participated.
Did they do anything to stop it?
They may not have had the means.
The local bishop whipped them into a frenzy, and with the mayor's help, he was able to gather a sufficient force to overcome my husband and his remaining guards. The bishop has been dealt with. But if you can, I would ask you all to release my husband from his torment and to free the people of Bramble Hollow from this curse. These things should not happen upon the world, and they will only spread and fester if they're allowed to continue.
How are we to do that?
He must be killed.
How? He is clearly more powerful than any of us.
He is powerful, but he is still flesh.
Don't say that.
Doc, I have a question.
Yes?
Concerning tales of mythology and things like that, is it known that werewolves are, say, vulnerable to silver, howl at the moon, and whatnot? What do we know, if anything, of werewolves? And
do you have a lore skill? You have a magic lore skill, correct?
I have general herbalism and religion.
Okay. Give me a -2 plus that
All right.
on 2d6.
4.
4 and what's your 2 plus what's your skill level?
Which skill?
The religion.
2.
2. So you vaguely remember rumors about silver being involved in killing werewolves, but that's all you've heard.
Does lucky apply to that roll too?
Oh yes, that was. So you bring 7. From what you've heard, and this may or may not be true, werewolves can only be permanently killed by silvered weapons.
Okay, I would just know this because this is the basics of Celtic mythology. Fae, silver.
Well, it's the basis of Celtic mythology now, but this is 9th century. That's why I'm asking Doc what we know.
Yeah,
we don't even know how to. How many of us even know how to read?
I can barely read.
Right.
You have academics, you can.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
No,
if you have academic 1 or higher, you're literate in whatever your
Right.
language
But my
is.
point is that we're most of everyone that we meet can't read, and we're lucky if we can't. Much less know these tales.
So we don't have silver weapons.
No.
Do I have a silver weapon?
Or if you have, you haven't shown it to us.
You have a very high quality weapon. It is not silver. They can be treated with silver.
What do you mean by treated?
A talented smith can put a silver coating on a weapon.
So you mean silver plating?
Yes.
Okay, silver
along
plating.
the edge.
Okay.
Did I recall seeing anything like silver inside the mayor's house?
Nothing that immediately comes to mind. He might have had a tea service that looked to be silver, but that's the only silver you noticed.
Wait, they didn't have to at this.
Well, that kind of thing. It's a pitcher and some cups.
Mead? Knowing the good mayor, I doubt he was drinking many non-alcoholic beverages anyway.
He is now.
He probably wouldn't notice it disappearing for a little bit and us treating our weapons with it. Or we could probably ask this apparition, see if she has any objects that we could silver our weapons with.
The apparition can probably hear all of us quite clearly. Lady Brianna, may I impose upon you? Are there any silver weapons or any silver items at all?
There's nothing of value left here. It was carted off. But any silver should do. You can melt down coins, silver objects you might find.
Where
A
would
skilled
you?
smith would be able to do it.
Yes, but without the silver, we are more than empty-handed. We are defenseless. When in life, were there any mines of silver? Any places nearby? If you wish to get silver, how would you get your hands upon it?
There's no silver mines in the area. There is an old tin mine to the north.
So, Edward, we are definitely in a pickle.
So I look in my pockets. I see if I can get anything out of it that's valuable.
Oh, I have a bunch of silver coins.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure we all have a bunch of silver coins. I think we could. We just need to find a blacksmith.
we have silver coins?
That is the default. The silver
what
penny
everybody
is
will
the
know
default currency.
I mean, that's what I used to make money from. So yeah.
Or
The
is
sun
now,
is the sun is rising. I must leave. I ask you to do us this favor, and she fades away.
Brother Ainsley bows in reverence to her. Thank you, thank you. I wish she was still here to ask if we could have room at the castle. Maybe we could find things that would help us in here too. Dead or not, this is still our grounds.
I'm not so sure about killing this wolf. A wolf is a wise creature that is a son
It's
of
not
the
a
land.
wolf. This is the same creature that killed his own dog, as you say, and made a pact with the devil.
Well, he did it in raids, and I don't know if this devil is better than just anyone's god.
There is enough rage in these lands already. If he were the man he was prior to making his pact, I believe that we have an argument. But since he has made himself as sold his soul away, if you will, I don't think there's much left to bargain with.
I don't believe we have time to rest here because we got to trek back on foot. It appears.
Yes, the fisherman's long gone.
Yes, you told them to wait 2 hours. You've been there for several, or actually almost a full day because you guys slept overnight.
He will wait. He knows his place.
But then again, I'm not the one in charge of the ravens. So, Edward, what do you say? Melkor?
Melkor, you still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Now we can.
Now we
Yes.
That's weird. All right. I was thinking we'd still probably go check to see if the boat is there. Hopefully nothing happened. But
What is there?
the boat.
Boat. And how far away is that?
It's about 3/4 of a mile from where you are. The boat made landing just south at the base of the causeway.
Right.
Well,
Where the tower is, right?
Brother Ainsley begins looking around for anything that could be used as a torch. He says, lacking silver, I have yet to meet a canine that enjoys the taste of fire. Now, if we could oil fire. Has anyone seen anything portable and flammable that we might be able to use of our defense if we are set upon by the werewolf?
All the wood in the castle seems thoroughly burned. There is a whole forest of dead trees surrounding
Right,
the area.
but any ready torches?
Nothing you see.
Any oil? Or
No.
cloth? What about
Nothing.
cloth?
No, everything's been burned.
Everything's burned. Okay, so
This castle has been thoroughly gutted.
right.
Hello?
So
Damn.
Hello?
shall we go? Shall we go to the boat?
I think
We could try. The boat is gone, most likely.
It's on the way to the causeway, so it wouldn't do it any harm to stop.
Well, look, if the boat is not there, we can swim.
Can everyone swim?
Not in male armor, you can't.
Precisely.
Oh, that's your problem.
If you if you wish to swim alone, your plan is solid. I recommend we all stay together. Brother Ainsley turns to Sir Edward.
You're well over a mile from land, in any case, in any direction.
Is there a certain amount of athletic prowess or skills you need in order to swim?
Athletic or outdoor will do.
Okay.
I'd say we take this bridge.
Yeah,
It'd be a lot easier on us.
I'm not leaving my armor to swim.
That's expensive gear.
It could also be the difference between life and death.
Yeah.
Are we on the move or?
I think we should be.
Okay. Brother Ainsley takes last moment to kneel in front of the old castle and Lady Brianna, and he crosses and says a brief prayer for her continued well-being. And he rises and then continues on with the rest of the party.
Okay. The sun is coming up, although it's overcast. You pass through the clearing back towards the causeway. It'll take you about 40 minutes to reach there. You don't see hide nor hair of anything, no animals, no birds, no insects. You come to the base of the causeway. Your boat has indeed left.
That's good.
That settles that. He kept his word. 2 hours. Turn towards the bridge.
Okay, so you guys are going to cross the bridge?
That's up to Sir Edward. He's our leader.
Yes.
Yep, I'm leading across the bridge.
Oh, I just go and cross the bridge.
Okay, the causeway is about a mile long. It's about 20 feet wide. It's in reasonable shape. It's solid stone. It takes you about a little over half hour to cross that because it's basically a road.
Any recent tracks on it?
There's some muddy footprints from wolves.
Okay.
They dry up about halfway across. And you reach the far end, and there's a path heading west. You're in rolling plains here, and you see hills to the north and woods. And to the south of you, the lake continues for another mile and a half to the west.
We were told that the church northeast of us has unfriendly eyes.
Right. That's where the bandits are kept at.
And the horse farm. What did we learn of that?
Never heard of the horse farm.
North of us?
I heard they had no horses. I believe the horses that we acquired were like the only horses in the town.
Oh, wish that we had them
I
now.
had a horse.
Yeah, he's back at the Bramble Hollow, being looked after by the stable girl.
How are the other 3 soldiers holding up?
They're very unnerved, but they're standing fast.
I cannot blame them. It was one thing for us to try to hand wave the fight with the undead soldier. It's another thing to try to hand wave the werewolf and the ghost. They saw that with their own eyes.
No, that's
for
normal.
you.
I don't know
Of
what
course
you're talking about. But, don't you believe in a
Maybe
ghost?
by the time we get to the farm, we can either get something to eat there if if they can provide it, or we'll have to eat some rations. We still got quite a travel.
I am in agreement.
Shall we walk in undercover?
How much wine do we have?
You have, I believe, 7 large bottles of wine left,
More than enough.
which Boyden is carrying in a sack
we have
over
a-
his back.
As a reminder, Doc, Brother Angel never used his.
Oh yes, and Brother Ainsley is carrying one.
We have enough of this grape whiskey for a while.
I'll pass the bottle over.
Drinking and walking.
Okay, so you guys, how are you going to proceed from the far end of the causeway? There's a road heading west, and it's rolling plains in all directions.
Oh,
Hmm.
I'm
hey, the
unsold.
road is. Sorry about that.
Brother Enzo will unshoulder his bow and keep a lookout. Too. And someone is blowing on their mic. Okay, but
Not
so
me.
there's rolling plains. There's no cover.
You can't see very far, but yeah, you'll be spotted from a distance.
All right.
If somebody gets within 100 yards, they'll see you.
Okay.
I say we travel and we drink and be merry.
I cannot
I say
agree
we keep
more.
our eyes open and ears.
Mine will be.
Ah, come on. There's no threat. That's no threat. That's too much for
If the
us.
threat does come upon us, we are wide. We could not be more vulnerable. Enjoy your drinking, but I'm not lowering my guard.
Okay, so what direction will you guys be heading?
Sir Edward?
West until we get to the crossroads, and then we'll turn northeast towards the farm.
All right. It's about a mile, a tiny bit more because it's a bit of a winding road. It's a dirt path, but it's well beaten down.
Mm-hmm.
There's some slight rises on either side. You come to the crossroads and you find it looks like a small merchant's caravan of 4 wagons, which has been overturned and burned, and you see about half dozen hacked up bodies.
How recently?
Within the last day.
Within the last day.
Everything of value has been taken. You see shredded up, you see broken boxes and shredded up bags, a couple loose coins lying around.
Bandits are busy around here.
I'm going to collect the loose coins.
All right.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
you guys find 15 copper and 5 bronze coins.
Damn, no silver, and I just throw it on the ground.
No, they made a point of taking everything particularly valuable.
Brother Ainsley is going to the corpses one by one and trying to. He won't touch them because that'll give evidence that we were here. But he does kneel and perform a prayer before each one on behalf of their own souls, that they may prosper to heaven.
Okay, that takes about a half hour.
Okay.
Figured give about 5 minutes each. Okay, you've done that. You're at the crossroads. There's a road heading west out of the territory. There's a road heading north, and there's a road heading east, which northeast, which heads towards the farm and ultimately Bramble Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
I say we go east, and I point north.
But Sir Edward already concluded that we were going to head north.
Yeah, that's that way, and I point
That's
east.
east, my friend.
Yeah, we're going north.
Right, so that's the way we
Going
want to go.
north.
So let's go.
That's the wrong north.
Farm.
No, I'm telling you, from my perspective,
Your-
we're going we're
Your
going
drunken
east,
perspective.
and I go north.
Can we see the sun, or is it like overcast?
It's still a little overcast. You can make it out behind the clouds here and there.
Okay.
I'm following Sir Edward.
And there is a sign at the crossroads, the Fisherman's Village to the north,
Ah,
and A a sign pointing towards the castle, and of course, the northeast is marked
I
Bramble
point
Hollow.
at the sign and I roll out the map and I show it to Eason. Still think that's east. Still think that's north.
Is the fisherman village associated? I don't know if we know this information. Is it associated with the town?
Yeah, it's the general area, the farms and village, and there's quarries and a mine out to the north as well.
The tin mine that Lady Biana mentioned. Doc, would that be the tin mine, or is there another mine that we've heard of?
That's the only mine that you've heard
Okay.
speak of.
Okay. But yeah, look at Osteen and show him the map and show him the sign and see. Try to reason with him.
Yeah, exactly. So that's north, and I point west this time. And that's east.
This is how you wound up with us.
Because listen. When I got home, when I was home, there was this place,
Let
and
us
there was this
talk
mountain, and we live
while we
north of the
listen.
mountain, and
Like-
he gives this convoluted explanation that makes
Right.
no sense. And then so anyways, that's north, and that's east, and this time it points south for north and west.
Didn't you
for
mention you
east.
were cursed, my friend, as he's walking along?
Oh yeah, every time I go on the boat, the Fae kidnap me away from my
Precisely,
home.
yes. Perhaps they have turned your sense of direction about a little.
Okay, Boyden.
I put them in
Yes.
no.
While these guys are having this animated conversation about what direction's what, you notice to the northeast, along the road on a rise, you see two men on horseback.
Knew it. Shit.
They're probably about 300 yards along the road,
we
slightly
see
off
them
to the side.
He can see them 300 yards away?
They're on a slight rise, so you can see them a little further. They're just kind of sitting there looking at you.
Oh, so they see us too.
I turn to my compatriots and I point, guys.
A turn and look.
And as soon as he points and you all turn, they head back in the direction of the road and dip behind the rise, and you can't see them anymore.
What kind of details could we see about them?
Men on horses, you couldn't make out any detail.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But lances? Anything long?
Not that you noticed.
Okay. Shoot.
What direction did I see them from? Was it O'Sheen's north or?
They're slightly to the north of the road, parallel to the road on a rise.
Bandits.
You said they're north towards the fishermen or northeast towards the farm?
Towards the farm.
Oh, so O'Sheen's north.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let's go after those guys.
They're on horseback.
Yeah.
How do you intend to catch them?
Well, they're gonna have to stop eventually.
If there are only two of them, I imagine that they're getting their own friends. Is there any cover?
Well, we'll deal with their friends too.
Is there any cover out here at all?
Nothing significant. It's pretty open until you get well south of the lake, and then there's marsh and woods along the south of the lake. That is on foot about 2.5 miles.
Brother Ainsley is starting to get slight memories, PTSD-ish like memories of the great betrayal when the Ravens were squashed because they were trapped. And although this is nothing like that, he is not making any illusion that the characters are certainly in some kind of danger. Again, he turns to Sir Edward because he's in charge.
I would still feel like, do I know what's west?
The road west leads into the kingdom proper in Caerleon. It's probably a day's travel to the next town, however.
So either we still head northeast to the closest civilized area, or we head west or north to the fishermen. What do y'all head towards the bandits and the rest of our stuff in town? Can y'all hear me?
You're
Yes.
low,
Yes.
yeah.
Just making sure.
Okay.
I feel like we should still head towards the farm because it's the closest potential spot to get to, and there is woodlands north of the farm.
A perfect place for bandits to rest.
But I would inquire that they already know where we are. If we try to backtrack and try to lose them, they will find us. So, since they already spotted us, we might as well continue forward.
They'll outrun us on horseback.
I say we befriend them.
I got some wine.
We could probably give a couple
Yeah,
bottles.
let us sell drink with them. They might have more.
What'd you
drink
say,
than
Edward?
us.
We could probably give a bottle for safe travel.
You honestly believe that?
No.
Good.
I honestly believe that.
I think so.
I'm glad Sir Edward's in charge. So, follow Sir Edward's lead.
Yeah, let's start heading up the road northeast.
Okay.
We are Raven.
Start-
Follow
You
who's
start making your way. You make it about a mile up the road. It's about 2 miles to the farm. And you see the farm in the distance. The ground starts sloping low here. There's hills and forest just to the north.
beautiful.
And as you approach, you see several horses and people milling about in the yard.
Looks like Gatlinburg.
There are horses? Holy crap.
That means there's bandits. Still looking for any kind of cover or concealment.
You can kind of sort of duck on the dips, but you'll periodically be high enough that people can see you.
Better than nothing. But again, it's Sir Edward's call.
Y'all want to circle around the farm to investigate first, or just approach?
I think circling might be better.
I know it's
The
my
only place
decision,
you would have
so
cover
I'll-
is if you headed directly north into the hills. Then you could approach the farm from the woods.
That sounds like a plan. Go off road, but that's also going to leave a trail.
We're going to leave a trail no matter what we do.
That's true.
I would like to know how many people are inside that barn.
All right. I'll approach from the rear.
Yes, I really want those horses.
Okay, so you're going to head north off the road towards the hills.
Yep.
All right. It's about a mile and a half until you start getting into the hills.
And how many horses? I'm sorry.
You saw probably about a half dozen horses,
Perfect.
maybe a little more out in the open yard, and probably about a dozen figures. It was hard to tell because you're still a ways off.
Dozen figures.
I know.
All right.
You make it to the foothills though, without a sign of anyone. It's probably getting close to noon by now. And it's fairly dark. The sky is getting more overcast. It looks like it's going to rain soon.
That might aid us.
Yes, it could with cover.
Do we have any additional details on the farm?
Only that
Is there a
there was a
farm
large, oh yes, it's a big estate.
Okay.
This guy bred war horses for the kingdom.
What were you
it's
going to
very-
say? Yeah. Only that what?
Only that it was a large horse farm that bred war horses for the kingdom, and the horses that you captured were all excellent horses. So it was a top shelf business.
Business.
That's my business back in Mercia. I have a war horse breeding farm.
Well, I say, okay, so who do we think is in there?
Bandits. Who else?
Well, I didn't ask what's their job. I just asked if they're good, if you think who they are.
I believe they're the bandits, possibly. I know they said they were at the church, but I don't remember them mentioning the farm.
Well, they didn't steal for me, so I don't have a problem with them.
They'll have a problem with you.
Nobody has a problem with me. I'll sing them a song. We'll
And
have
you
a
think
merry
that
feast.
worked for the merchants behind us?
Well, they can't play
Correct.
music.
Okay, as you're traveling through the hills now, notice there is a stream that cuts along the side of the woods. Do you want to try to cross the stream, or do you want to go completely far north of it, which would be about another mile?
How deep is it?
It's
I'm
not deep. It's probably
lightly
3
armored.
feet deep at its
What
deepest.
time of year is it? What's like temperature?
It is late March. It's a little chilly.
Late March, that's a month from now.
Springtime,
That will be like 15 degrees, I guess.
50 to 70, which means the water's even colder.
Yeah, no, I've known this type of weather. It's doable. Like, you won't die if you go there. It's just whatever.
Right.
I mean, we got to cross the stream.
Yeah, I go to the water. I don't make up my mind. I decide to visit the barn directly, carrying my lute and my harp and my spear above my head.
Okay, so you guys are going to cross into the woods. How far north of the wood line do you want to be before you cross over?
Maybe 50 yards.
Okay, so fairly close. Okay. You come to the stream. It's not terribly deep here. It never quite makes it past your mid thighs. It's a little chilly, but you can shake it off. And you enter into the woods. And you are about 50 yards north of the farm. You can vaguely hear noises going down there of people milling about and some shouting and yelling.
What say you guys about camping out here without fire until night, so we don't have to deal with as many of them, since some of them might be sleeping?
Brother Ainsley cups one ear, and with his excellent hearing, he'd like to hear what the shouting is about, if he can.
Through the woods, you can't make out any specific words.
Okay,
But it appears
Go
to
listen to
be
it.
an animated argument about something.
between how
I go to the argument. I just grab everything and just run off to the.
and this is where Osin gets us all killed.
You start heading towards the farm.
Yeah, I want to see what the argument's
Okay,
about.
you're
Osin, do you think it's wise to go alone?
You can come if you want.
I will stealthily follow.
I'm not doing anything without Edward. We are ravens. We follow his lead.
We're just scouting. We'll be right back.
It doesn't work that way in the military.
This is the 9th century.
Yeah.
Exactly, the 9th century military, where the dealings were worse. All I'm saying is that
I don't think they even had a military. They just had a bunch of guys who do
Yeah.
stuff. It's.
what's Edward doing?
We were a Knights mercenary company working for Sierra Leone.
yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel like
staying
we
with
could get
Edward.
more
Let us
done,
do
and
this. It'll be interesting.
What are you saying?
I was thinking the camping was a good idea, but if y'all feel like you need to do this, I don't know.
I don't think this is
walking
why.
into a dozen people.
Right, this is not
We
why.
really-
Yeah,
We know
No.
they're bandits, or at least we think they are.
Melkor, you're still coming in low. Is there any way you can increase your volume?
I can get closer, maybe.
That works.
Okay, so Ocean and is disappearing down through the trees towards the farm. Boyden
See you,
is
Ocean.
following him. Sir Edward and Brother Ainsley, you are discussing what you're going to do about this. What have you decided? Because they're going to come to the farm soon.
If Boyden takes off, that's on him. But he's a raven. Osteen is not.
That is true.
So all I'm saying is that I'm hanging out with my fellow ravens, and if the one in charge says don't go, I don't go.
I just don't want to make sure. I want to make sure Ocean has a little bit of chance to survive out here.
Are you traveling with him, or are you keeping back?
I'm stealthily keeping watch. from a
Okay.
distance.
Okay, and Sir Edward, what are you doing?
I feel like we should wait in camp.
Okay, so you and Brother Ainsley are going to stay there.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm listening for anything unusual.
Okay,
Yeah, if I
Oshin.
see anything going, I'm going to rush in.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay. Okay, Oshin, you're coming to the edge of the woods. It's you're on slightly higher elevated grounds. Let me go to the picture of the farm. You would be back in here in the woods at a slightly high elevation. You see about a dozen men and about a dozen horses inside the encampment. You see, it looks like there's a lot of drunken revelry going on. Two guys are fighting, and a couple other guys are surrounding them, cheering them on.
Oh, so I practice my scales or whatever, my scales on the harp as I get closer. Dum, 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 dum,
Okay, you start playing the harp.
dum, dum,
Well, either
Okay,
Ocean's gonna join him or he's going to get killed by him.
Okay, Boyden, he stops and he starts playing his harp at the edge of the woods. What are you going to do?
Silence from Boyden.
I see your mouth moving, Boyden. We don't hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm going to hug the ground as close as possible to my face
Okay.
so they can't see me.
They don't seem to notice at first, but eventually someone looks over and shouts and points towards where you're playing, and they all stop their little reindeer games, and they call for someone who comes out of the house.
I will
A
miss you.
huge gentleman with long, bright red hair. He's got to be close to 7 feet tall. He's wearing rough mail armor with a big black wolf cloak. He stumbles out, and he just kind of looks in that direction.
How far
He
away
starts
is he?
yelling. This is he's right near the edge of the forest.
Yeah, but how far are Edward and Ainsley away
You
from?
guys are about 50 yards north of there.
That's it? Only 50 yards?
Yep. You want to cross 50 yards north. So you're up in the hill, but you have good cover there. They can't make you out from there. And he and about 6 guys start walking over towards you, Oshin.
I focus on playing the harp as merrily as I can.
So do Edward and
singing.
Ainsley hear this harp playing?
Yes.
Okay, turn to Edward. Shall
Yes.
we see his final moments?
Yes.
Okay, with as much cover as possible, stealthily, doing not near Boyden, but I'd like to see what happens.
Okay, I would like perception rolls from both of you.
Sure.
Ainsley is at +1, +4, and Sir Edward is at +2.
Okay, perception.
Got a 5 plus 2 is 7.
Is this hearing based?
No, just general.
Okay, 4 perception plus lucky makes it 5. I rolled a 6, 11.
Okay. You can see where Boyden is dug down in the ground. He's hugging the earth, keeping an eye on things, but not wanting to be seen. You can
Point
see
him
where
out.
he is, though.
Yeah. Point him out to Edward if it seems that Edward doesn't see him.
Okay. He notices as soon as you point in that direction, so you
Okay.
guys know where he is now.
Okay. Raven
You
just
go-
staying there.
Do you go up to him, or are you going to stay back a little further behind?
Brother Ames is going to sit where he is with his bow in his hand. It's just lying low, prone, as quiet as a squirrel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. I'm getting down low and notching an arrow.
Okay. So we'll say you guys are about 10 yards behind Boyden,
Okay.
crouching behind some trees.
Yes.
Okay. The large gentleman and about 6 guys, they just walk right up to Oshin. They've got their arms crossed, and they're just watching and listening. They're not otherwise reacting.
How far away are they from Edward and Ainsley?
Boyden is probably about 6 yards further, and you are about 16, we'll say.
No. How far? Wait.
From where,
These 7 guys are 16 yards away from us.
yes, they're very
16
close.
yards. That's it.
Yes, you're right near the edge of the woods.
Holy crap.
They're not giving any indication they see anyone but Oshin, however. And they're all just kind of standing around him in a semicircle, watching and listening.
I start to sing, and it's a sing-along song. It's a sing-along song. 99 something that he's not acting.
Kill him!
No, it's a merry song, and it tells the tale of a wolf of a man who is possessed by the spirit of a wolf, who has gone mad with rage as he cuts down.
Okay, you're improvising
and he cuts down.
Okay, you're improvising a song. What's your music?
It's actually pretty high. I have.
Okay, give me 2d6 plus 2.
Do I add anything
plus
to
2.
it?
Do you have any quirks that might help you?
I'm also really. I also can do mimicry of the wolf. I put in wolf sounds of it, and I growl and hiss.
I'll give you additional +1 for that. So 2d6 plus 3.
Go, Leo.
Oh no, I have +2 mimic. Oh yeah, 2d6 plus 3. Also spirit or no?
No, not for this.
I'm also really handsome.
Noted.
Damn it.
Yeah, they're already arguing about whose boyfriend you're going to be.
Oh my!
I'm also lucky, so that's +4.
Cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, +4.
Good luck.
1, 2. Ah!
One got away.
It's on the floor, that doesn't count.
It wouldn't be a game without a dice.
6,
10.
10.
Okay. As you start doing this stuff about the wolf, the guys surround on either 3 guys on either side of the big guy start looking at each other very concerned and kind of like side eyeing their boss, who's just smiling and listening and kind of nodding his head as if he quite enjoys it.
I just keep playing, taking a sip of the wine every now and then.
Well, as you go to take a sip of the wine, he starts clapping. And the other guys just kind of look at each other, and then they join in and they start clapping.
Hey, Doc. You mentioned you mentioned that there were a dozen of these dudes. Where are the others?
The others are just standing back by the horses watching.
How far away?
They're probably another 10 yards behind these guys.
And roughly another 10, so 26 yards only. Oh,
about that, yeah, from you, yes.
Holy crap. And how many of these guys are there total? 13?
There's the boss, there's 6 guys with him, and 6 more guys that you can see out in the yard near the horses.
How are they armed and armored?
They're all wearing rough, like leather and hide armors, except for the boss, who has a set of mail on.
Okay.
They all seem to have either axes or short swords, and you see a bunch of spears lined up along the fence. You see racks of weapons for probably 40 guys.
I keep playing music and sing about great deeds of wars, of heroes, of Finas, which is, Irish bands of warriors who live in forests and act like wolves, as is the custom, of jealousies of families, and I just sing of basically tries to, pull out his entire repertoire.
Well, after the big guy walks right up to you, says, "That'll be enough for now, friend. You're a musician."
I'm Ossine Akal. I'm Ossine, son of this, son of this, son of this, son of descendant of Colin. I come from far away, and I'm close not to return.
Curses. Yes, this land is full of curses. Curses everywhere. But a bit of luck. We have found a musician. Tell me, what brings you to these desperate lands, oh bard?
I was seduced by a fae. I was seduced by a fae who took me to sea, and every time I touch a boat, I am not to return.
I see. He looks at you like it kind of squints, and then his eyes kind of go wide in surprise. Well, a wayward traveler, why don't you come join us in our camp? We'll reward you well for your talents.
This is your Fina?
After a fashion.
Fina, after a fashion. I was in one too, and I just follow him. Feeling actually very natural in this type of environment, saying there was a type of custom in Ireland where young men of families would just go to the woods and be roaming bands of warriors. bandits.
Ainsley is quietly praying for this
So
dude. And I'm also trying to memorize the big boss's face.
The big boss. This is what he looks like.
Oh, beautiful. What a handsome. Yes, there's your handsomeness there, Oseen.
That's what he looked like when he was being all civil. Holy crap!
Oh well, he didn't quite have that face, but yeah, that's basically him.
What a charmer. The ladies will swoon for the guy.
Yes.
I mean, he is 7 feet tall in the time of most people.
So, Leo, what are you playing after Oseen dies?
I don't know. Probably some kind of
Okay,
You're
so
terrific.
they lead you down there. He calls everybody out, and some guys come out of the barn, and now there's about 40 guys here.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's like, "We have entertainment, gentlemen.
You're
Come,
terrific.
let us hear our friends sing." And he seems very jolly and friendly, and he
Oh,
kind of like
he is.
leans back against the post and with his arms crossed, and they all form a big circle around you and sit down, and they're passing around wine and sing.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
We have
music.
found our home base.
I'm gonna make a music
Okay.
roll. I'm gonna see how this is the same type of song,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
plus
the
4.
plus-
Ainsley's praying that it'll
6.
his dice will roll high.
Oh my god, I got
Holy
16.
They are all very impressed. Like, ah! They're all like slapping each other back. Yes. A couple of them start throwing coins at you.
crap.
They seem very entertained.
I improvise. Part of it is me improvising a song about what's the name of the lord of this place?
Oh, it was Lord Brock.
Of Lord Brock and how he was felled by his peasants. How he was felled by his peasants and how he killed his dog in anger and eaten his heart with a deal with an evil spirit to exact vengeance.
Everybody
and how his retribution.
Everybody
is rightful.
gets real quiet. Then they start leaving. Everyone heads into the barn, except the big dude, who's just standing there leaning up against the post. He's now glaring at you.
Oh, jeez.
Is there no one else outside except for?
Everybody else hot-tailed it inside.
I'm going to crawl forward.
Just a side note. The theme of this, the subject is that, but the theme of it was how righteous he was and how glorified he was in his anger. So this song, from the perspective of singing it, makes him look like the good guy. And how the townspeople
And
deserve
makes you
what happened
sound
to
like
them.
you know way too much.
Right.
So he comes up to you.
Yes, absolutely. What
He
else
comes
do
up
know?
to you. He grabs you by the collar and lifts you up into the air, like 2 feet over his head.
Do I have my spear with? I have my
It's
spear
lying
with
there on the side. You try to grab it.
Okay. When he goes to grab him, I'm gonna probably try to shoot him with an arrow.
Okay, let me make a roll just
40
to
on
give you an
3.
angle.
4.
You are slightly to the side. You're going to be shooting past him, and it will be dangerous.
Can he get a leg shot?
Okay.
If he's lifting the dude up.
Once he's in the air, but before we do that, okay, he's grabbing you and lifting you up, Ishan. You have your spear in hand. Are you going to try to do something with it?
Actually, no, I'm just going to smash the harp on
You
the side of his
smashed the
head.
harp?
You're going to try to
Well, it's made of metal. It's made of
try
metal.
to hit him with a harp. Okay, give me.
Well, it's made
I'm
of
going
metal.
to call
so-
this a hand-to-hand because this is improvised. So you've got to give me and he's kind of got you by the scruff, so it's going to be hard to get that overhead. So give me a.
Oh no, this is an.
Oh, you're going to like jaw him?
No, like take the harp's in my hand. I'm just going to turn on the camera for this. How do you turn on the freaking camera? Oh, there we go. So I'm lifted up. I'm here. Harp.
Okay, so he grabs you up, you lift up, and you're going to try to bring it down on his head. Okay,
especially on the bridge of the nose, like just on the
Okay.
Break it.
soft part, not on the skull itself, like on the
Okay.
face.
Give
face
me
proper.
-1 on 2d6.
Don't forget the lucky.
That's with the lucky.
Unarmed if you have any unarmed.
He's got his defensive
I
modifier.
have 2 hand-to-hand, so okay, just -1.
Praying.
5. Oh, 11.
Okay.
11
Okay.
on the dice.
This is a metal harp. Okay, he kind of staggers back. He's still got you.
Holy crap.
He kind of shakes his head, looks at you. There's blood pouring out of his nose. He's still holding you up. And he just, over his head, is going to throw you.
Oh.
Okay, your defensive modifier.
Alright.
Okay, let
When
me
he
see.
releases him, I'm gonna shoot him in the gut with the arrow.
Okay, clear over his head.
Can you,
You-
fall? Tumble?
Do you have any acrobatic
Acrobatic?
or athletic? Excuse me.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I have athletic. Yeah, I have
Athletic,
athletic
wait.
1.
Okay, so give me your +1 for luck, so +2. Give me a -4 on 2d6.
Oh,
Oh, I got a 5 on
Okay.
the dice.
You are stunned. You hit the ground hard on your back, and you're just knocks the wind out of you.
but he's wide open.
And you have taken 4 damage points, but you will be stunned for the next 2 rounds. It just knocked the wind right out. You're like, oh. Okay.
Does the armor does his armor absorb any of it?
Oh wait, no.
I
No,
don't
not
think
on
so.
impact damage.
I had to ask.
It will be
Okay,
difficult.
so you guys see him just throw him over his head.
Is there a way for me to approach forward? Which direction is this big guy looking?
He's
Probably at his
facing
opponent.
towards you guys now.
I'm gonna shoot him in the
Oshin
gut.
was
with
in
my
the way.
bow.
He's no longer in the way. Okay, so you guys are you're gonna shoot, Brother Ainsley.
2 questions.
Yes.
First, Edward has a range weapon.
I have
He
a
has a
short
bow.
bow.
Yeah,
Short
it's a short.
Okay, and I know Boyd's got a range weapon, so it looks like we're opening up on this dude. How close are the closest horses?
They're milling around around the middle. So, like, say 15 yards or so from you.
That's it. Only 15 yards.
Probably about that. You guys are right on the edge of the. Well, actually, from you about 25 because you guys are 10 feet back or 10 yards back.
But okay, because if we can grab these horses,
Am I like 6 yards away?
You are
Or-
about 5 yards away from the edge of the forest,
Got it.
and they're 15. We'll say.
this guy's
Okay,
gonna
so-
fall like hell.
Sir Edward's going to fire. Brother Ainsley, are you going to be attacking?
Yes.
Okay, and Boyden, what are you going to be doing?
I am going to stealthily crawl forward.
Okay, you're moving forward. You will get to the edge of the forest very quickly. So, are you going to do anything when you get there?
I'm going to still keep my head down.
You're not
Okay,
gonna
so
shoot?
you're just moving forward, belly crawling. Okay, Sir Edward, missile.
It's been nice knowing you guys.
Missile combat
one
one.
missile. And
And-
I have a. Yeah, that's it. Just plus
Okay,
one.
and this is short range, so no modifiers from there, but you're going to get a -1 because you're firing through some trees. So, you give me a straight D6, 2d6 roll.
10.
10. You will be hitting him. You slice him on the edge of his chest. He kind of, just kind of looks at it. Brother Ainsley,
Yeah.
Damn
Aim-
armor.
give me same thing. Straight 2d6.
What'd you roll?
After that, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Brother Ainsley, you're up.
Oh, I thought we were waiting for a 2d6 roll. Using the British compound bow, does 3d6 plus his body plus 3. And Gonna send him to his maker with a
Okay.
prayer to God that his will be done.
Oh, you do get a +1 for luck, however, so you're at +1, 2d6 +1.
Also, my character's he learned to train. He's been an outdoors guy with his bow all of his life. So, are the trees in his way?
Their trees are in everybody's way.
Trees in everyone's way. Okay. And 6, missile 3, 9, luck 10.
Plus a +1 total after everything. So you hit a straight 7. Okay,
Oh.
so you will hit. Okay, you hit him pretty solid in the left shoulder. It sticks in, and he just grunts and turns the other way.
May I roll damage?
Oh, I just did.
3 to 6 plus 3?
I just rolled damage.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the damage on that.
Oh,
but
okay,
you
okay.
get a solid shoulder shot hit,
Okay.
and it is sticking in him.
Okay.
And he lets out a bellowing roar, and everybody starts flooding out of the barn now, confused, just like looking around, like, what the hell? And they see him just yank an arrow out of his shoulder. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what I was afraid of.
Okay, next turn. You guys have the drop. You can fire again if you want.
Opening up.
Okay. Boyden, what do
There's
you?
an
Oh, wait,
opponent.
you're still stunned. You'll be stunned another turn. Oshin. Boyden, you are right there.
You want to join us?
You are basically out in the open now, and he's
Yep.
looking right at you. So
Oh,
you're
he
on
sees me?
yeah, he's looking right at you. You're on your belly. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to draw my bow and I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, short range, no modifier there. I'm going to give you a -1 for having to pop up to do it. You are your.
Wait a second. Pop up.
He's lying on his stomach.
You can shoot
initially.
prone.
With a bow.
I've
No.
done it on your back.
Okay, well well,
Oh,
But
I've done this on my back.
no, he'd have to bring it under him. He wouldn't be able to get clear because the ground's very uneven. You're gonna.
I have an ability called Deft, so I get +2 to offensive and
Yes.
defensive values. And my bow skill is range combat is 2 as well.
Okay, so give me a +2d6 +3.
2d6 +3.
Good luck.
Yeah, hopefully I do good. I rolled a 11.
Okay,
Sweet.
that will be a hit. Where's my location? There we are. You hit him in the right leg. Glancing blow. It doesn't
Aw.
stick in it. You cut him, but it doesn't stick in him. Okay, Sir Edward, you're going to take another shot?
Yes, but I'm gonna be moving forward while taking this shot.
Okay, so walking. So 2d6 -1.
I have a 8 on the dice.
Okay, you are another hit. So this will be.
In the eye.
Oh, you're going to make a cold shot at the
No,
eye?
no, no. No,
He's
that
a
would be
big-
harder.
Yes, that'll be another penalty.
I'm just hoping for your roll to be in the eye.
So you're just taking a straight shot?
Yeah.
Okay. You hit him in the chest.
Perfect.
Wait a second. This does not wear a helmet.
It is sticking out of him. He seems relatively unfazed, other than the impact. Like, "Roar!" Brother Ainsley.
Okay, the photo, the image that you showed us showed him without a helmet.
He is not wearing a helmet.
He is not wearing a helmet. What is the negative for a called shot to the head?
To the head is a -2.
I'll take it.
Okay. So
Have a-
wait, can he see because his head is already bloody?
yeah. Well, he has a nasty bloody nose.
Because sometimes it sprouts on the rest of the
Okay,
eyes.
so
you
give
know.
me a +3.
Okay, does his 3 in missile combat add anything?
That's with everything I added together.
Okay. Ooh, 10 on the dice.
Okay, 10, 13.
Yes, so
Whoa!
13?
Yes, and that is.
In the face.
11?
Okay, you get him right through the cheek.
Ooh, cool.
It doesn't stick in, but there's a big, big gash. Opens up on the side of the You see blood spray out of it.
And his armor doesn't absorb this because he's not wearing a helmet.
No armor absorbed from this.
Sweet.
Okay. At this point, Ishan, you are now unstunned. You're lying on your back. The entire group starts swarming past their boss towards the tree line.
Wait a minute. Wow,
Mm,
too late.
go to how close are the horses to me?
They're probably the nearest horse will probably be like 5 or 6 yards behind you. They're starting to get skittish. They're starting to jump up and down a bit though because they see there's trouble.
All right, I grab my spear, get on a horse, and start riding to this cavalry lance.
Okay, well,
someone.
you grab your spear and you're going to go try to mount a horse. Okay. Let's see.
Yes.
What is you have athletic? Okay, what is your
Yes.
athletic?
One.
Okay, I'm going to give
No,
a
two.
morale
two.
check to the
It's two.
horses here. Let me look up what those are.
And they're war horses too, so it should help a little bit.
Okay, it stays put. There's no riding gear on them, but give me a +2 on 2d6 to actually mount the horse quickly.
Okay.
Okay,
11
so
on the
you
dice,
get on the
so
back of the
17.
horse, but that will be your turn there. Okay, Boyden.
How close am I to one of the buildings?
Probably 8 or 9 yards, but there is a large group of guys between there and you, and they're bearing right down on you.
I thought that they just came out of the barn.
Yeah, they're not that far. They charged out of the barn, and it
They-
took 2 turns, so they're now about caught up with their boss.
We're fucked.
I am shit. What is the direction of my comrades behind me?
They're right behind you,
They're like 10 yards behind.
about 10 yards back in the woods.
I'm going to run perpendicular so I don't run directly back at them, but I'm going to run the other way. Try to split them up.
Okay, you're going to run along the wood line?
Yes.
Okay, towards the stream where you crossed over in the opposite direction. Basically west or east.
I'm going east.
Okay, you start running that way. Okay, Sir Edward. Kitty.
Hello again.
Okay, Sir Edward and Brother Ainsley. You see him take off. About half the guys go chasing him. The others have seen arrows come flying out of the woods, but they don't appear to have pinpointed you just yet.
What's Edward doing?
I have 20 arrows, so I have 18 more shots. I'm gonna fire at one.
Take out the leader.
Yeah.
Drop the leader. You do that, then that's our only chance. You take out the leader, they may suffer morale and leave. But you start taking out the regular soldiers, they're not going to be as affected, I think. Go for the head.
I'll plan on firing on the big guy.
Yeah, go for his only weak spot is his head.
He is now moving target. He's turned around and he's heading back towards the barn.
These guys are getting a lot of action.
I'm gonna take a straight shot.
Okay.
I got a 10 on the dice.
Okay, that easily hits. +3. You shoot him right in the ass.
Good. Slow him down.
He stumbles,
He's already taken a hit in the leg.
and he's now down on one knee and one arm.
Is
This
this
is
the
the
boss?
We've got to drop him.
I took my shot, so now is it Brothers Ainsley's
Brother
turn,
Ainsley.
or is it Oyston's turn, or is it initiative?
Or we'll do Brother Ainsley next, and then we'll move to Ocean.
Okay.
Osin.
By the way, it's Oshin.
Oh, shit.
That's ages turn. I know it's confusing.
All right. He's dropped the one knee, which means he's remote.
I couldn't make you out there. You got muffled.
Oh, sorry. The boss is down on one knee, which means he's no longer a moving target.
Yes, he's facing away from you, and he's on one knee and one arm, grabbing the arrow sticking out of his ass.
Go for a headshot if I can.
Head isn't available. You can hit him in the back or in the legs.
So he's not turning towards the wound?
He's away from you now. He turned around and started to run, and Sir
Alright.
Edward's shot put him down.
Open up. 7 on the die.
7. Okay, that will be a hit. And you get a +3 on that, right? 2, 4, 5, 6,
Yep. 3 die 6 plus 3 on the damage.
8. Okay, you hit him again in the leg, right beneath the one sticking out of his ass. He now has 2 arrows sticking out of there, and he lets out a horrible howl and rolls onto his side.
Well, at least we're a pain in the ass, guys.
Okay, Ishin, you're on a horse. You are behind all these guys who are now rushed. About half of them are chasing Boyden off to the east, and the others are trying to make their way directly towards the woods. They still don't quite seem to know exactly where the fire is coming from or how many guys they're dealing with yet.
How many horses
There
are
is
there?
about a dozen horses altogether.
So I grab the reins of 3 horses.
So from
And they
horseback,
scale
you're
away.
going to try to round up more horses.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say you can get 3 more horses, but that will take up the entirety of the turn.
Can I also just shout and scare away the other horses at the same
Good
time?
thinking.
Yeah, they're at this point, they're quite upset. They all start, they're still fenced in. They all start basically making for the far side of the enclosure.
Okay, so I know what I'm doing
Okay,
next.
so
Good action.
okay, so Boyden, what is your body? Let me see that here.
My body?
Yes, +2 bonus. Okay, so you managed to stay. Give me a straight roll against your body bonus of +2. So 2d6 +2.
2d6 plus 2. No athletics, though, right?
You have athletic. Add that as well.
I have 2 athletic.
Okay, so +4.
Plus
This-
4.
Does his adapt quirk help?
Not for this. This is just to see if how long he can stay ahead of them.
Okay.
Yeah, deft is only for like fine dexterity and then attack and defense.
Okay. Good luck.
I rolled a straight 8.
8 + 4
Nice.
is 12. Okay, you do manage to gain ground on them. They're still chasing you, but you're making distance. Okay, now Sir Edward and Brother Ainsley, you probably have one more turn to either attack or hightail it before they have a bead on your exact location.
I'm gonna hightail it towards Boyden's way.
Okay, so through the woods though?
Yep.
Okay, you're going to start heading off in that direction. Brother Ainsley, do you follow suit or are you going to continue to fire?
Well, if I continue to fire, they overrun me, right?
If you stay to fire, they will know where you are. There will still be another turn before they can close on you, though.
Do I
Don't
think-
forget to command our men at arms to like follow
Oh
up.
crap! I
almost-
totally forgot about them.
Yeah, none of them have bows. You left all the archers back at the.
No, but
At the
they're
town.
they're back at the camp, right?
I'll tell the men, follow me.
Well, they followed you guys when you guys started moving up,
Oh.
and they're behind you. They're just kind of like crouched down with their spears, just kind of watching. When they see Sir Edward start to move, they're going to follow him, though.
Right. How close is the nearest horse?
You would have to pass through this crowd of guys to get towards them.
Okay.
Although you see Ishin has a hold of 3 horses, plus
Okay.
he's on one.
So can I get one more shot off at the big boss and then hightail it?
You can. They will know your location, however.
They're going to know it anyway.
I think the big boss is already dead.
No.
There's two others
The only
in the
person they
boss.
could see is me right now. So
Yeah,
if
the
you
only
hold that
person-
shot,
Yeah, they know where Ishan is and they know where Boyden is. You guys, they just know there's people in the woods firing on them.
But they don't know our numbers yet.
Not yet.
exactly. So don't fire that shot.
Right. So right now it'd be 20 on 5 because we have the men at arms with us.
20 on 5. So don't fire that shot. What do you recommend?
Follow the leader.
Okay. Get up and hightail it.
Okay, do you either of you, Sir Edward or Brother Ainsley, have outdoor?
Yes.
Okay, what's
Yeah.
your outdoor?
2.
2.
2 and 2. Each give
And
me
luck.
a straight roll with +2.
Does lucky apply?
Luck applies. So
9.
+3 for you.
Plus 3, 12.
12. Okay, Sir Edward.
6 plus 8. I mean 6 plus 2. Sorry, 8.
Okay, you guys, and let me do a straight roll for the boys as a group. Let me roll a D4 for see how many of them are screwed. Okay, you guys are so far. They don't appear to see you. You hear them enter the woods, thrashing about, saying, "Where are they? How many? How many? Where are they?" But they don't appear to know where you are.
Beautiful.
Boyden, give me another roll with the same bonus. Your athletic plus your body, so +3. Boyden? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, 11. Okay,
Nice.
you're gaining even more ground.
Go,
You're
boy.
starting to leave these guys in the dust. Okay, Oshin, you've got these horses. They appear to still be ignoring you for the moment. You've got these horses. You're on one, and they're all either heading into the woods or chasing Boyden. They seem to have completely forgotten about you.
How many are chasing
There are
Boyden?
about 20 of them chasing after Boyden, and 20 of them are filing into the woods looking for whoever started shooting at them.
Can you ride past and rescue Boyden?
Yeah, can I see Boyden?
Oh yeah,
first of all?
you see the whole crowd of guys chasing after behind him. Ah!
All right, so I opened the fence. So
Well,
obviously to get
the fence
get
will be
horse
on the
close
south,
to the fence.
and you will have to. And you could go around, but that'll give them probably 2 more turns, or you could just ride past them. You would have to do a jump over the fence. I'll say you could do that with 1 horse. You'd have to let 2 of them go to try to. You couldn't try to jump the fence holding on to 3 horses.
I am making distance
Alright,
against
so I-
these guys, though, right? If I
Yeah,
run
so far you
time's
are
on your side.
gaining ground.
Yeah.
All right, so new plan. How fast time would it take? 2 turns with a horse.
You could take all 3 horses, and it'll take 2 turns to get around, or you could get to them in 1 turn, but you'd only be able to do that with the horse you're on and 1 other, because you'd have to like grab hold of his
Reins.
or actually his mane,
We have this.
and then jump right over.
Thinking.
Time's on his side.
2 turns. Yeah, I'll say Boyden. So I'm just gonna go with 1 horse and go get Boyden.
Okay,
Jumping over the
give me
fence.
do you have a riding skill?
I should have. I forgot to add it. Shit.
You want to take the safe route instead?
Yeah, I'm not that good of a rider. I'll
Okay.
just take the safe route.
So you're going to take one of the horses and go around. Okay, so 2 turns. He'll have.
No, I'm taking 3 of the
you're
horses and
taking
going
all the
around.
horses. Okay, so you're going around. You'll catch up with him in 2 turns. That means 2 turns, Boyden. You'll have to continue to beat them on these skill contests. Okay,
Will do.
Ainsley and Sir Edward. Give me your evading. So give me again outdoor plus 2d6 and +1 for Ainsley for luck.
Plus 3, 6 total.
I got an 8 on the dice.
I knew our luck wouldn't hold out forever.
10.
Okay. So you missed
So I
by
got a
1.
Unless my body or something allows me to have speed against these guys. I have a body of like +3.
Well, you can't really open run, so it's more a question of evading here. You're trying to keep them from finding you. You can't like flat out run because the trees are way too dense. Okay, I am going to handle this. You hear ah, and one of your guys gets hacked down from behind.
Behind.
Yes, one of the guys following Sir Edward, they catch up with him and drag him down and just start chopping the crap out of him. So failures, I'm going to treat failures until you run out of them as your guy's getting killed. So you now have 2 guys with you. Edward, Ainsley, and now 2 soldiers are making it through the woods. And each of you, oh, okay, you gave me rolls this turn. Okay, you're still avoiding them, however. Boyden, I will need another roll from you, plus your athletic and luck.
I have no luck,
Oh,
but I have athletic.
oh right. Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah. Oshin and Ainsley have the luck. Wait. Yes.
I rolled an 8 plus my body plus 2 athletics.
So 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, you are still gaining ground. Okay, Ishan spends this turn whipping around the outside of the horse farm. You will catch up with Boyden next turn. Okay.
Question,
Ain't-
real quick.
Oh yes.
Real quick, a question. We were headed east down the forest line, right toward.
Yes, you guys and Boyden are all heading east. Actually, everyone's heading east at this point.
Right. I guess when we get to the point where we can cross out and jump on the horses, we will. And I'm gonna have one of the men at arms jump on the horse with me.
Do the same if he has the opportunity.
Right.
Is that other soldier dead?
Oh, God.
Oh, they've hacked him to pieces.
Oh, okay.
Although you do lose 4 guys out of your pursuers, so that's now 14 chasing you, Boyden.
Yay.
And the others apparently are heading fairly far north. You guys so far, Ainsley and Edward have given them the slip so far.
Can Ainsley and Edward join up with Boyden?
If you do it at this point, you will expose yourself, but you can do that. You'll be able to move faster, but they will know where you are.
Am I quite a bit far away, though?
You're fairly far ahead of them because you have open space to run. Boyden.
Yes.
Can we run parallel to him so that we're not seen, but we're still keeping up with him?
That's what I've been assuming you were doing.
Okay, very good. Very good, okay. Yeah, just now it's all up to Oshin.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do first. We'll do the evasion rolls for Brother Ainsley and Sir Edward for this turn. Same modifiers.
6, 9 total.
9.
I got a 5 plus 2 is 7.
Okay. You manage to avoid. Nobody else gets hacked down to pieces. You and your you 2 guys and the 2 soldiers are heading parallel. Boyden, give me one more roll before Oshin catches up with you.
Don't fail me now.
Right. Good luck.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Okay. You are still leaving these guys behind. Okay. The end of this turn, Ishan, you go riding up right to Boyden. Okay, Boyden, he shows up with you. There's a bunch of horses there. And Sir Edward and Ainsley, you see Oishan catch up with Boyden with 3 horses.
I say, crazy bastard.
I say praise God.
And I'll jump on one of the horses.
Okay, do you have a riding skill?
No.
Okay, give me a straight body bonus. So for you
Roll
is
athletics
+2.
help?
Add athletics will help. Yes.
Okay. So it'll be a +4?
Yes.
Okay. Who?
6, 10.
10.
Okay, you managed to pull yourself up on the horse without having to bring it to a full stop. Okay, now, Sir Edward and Brother Ainsley, are you guys going to keep heading through the woods, or are you going to bolt out and try to meet up with them immediately with the horses?
I think we should get out and get on the horse.
Just
So I'm headed out.
do the same.
Okay,
Yep.
give me body plus athletics on 2d6 for each of you.
Body plus
Okay.
3 athletics, 2 lucky of 1, 6. 15 total.
Okay, you easily make it. And give me one more. Do you have riding skill?
Yeah.
Give me a riding and athletics plus body to mount the horse
Riding
without any trouble.
athletic plus body, was it?
Plus your body bonus minus 3 after all of that.
4 plus lucky is 1, so plus
Yes.
4. Oh, wow. 10 plus 4 is 14.
You vault right onto the horse with no problem. Okay,
Alright,
Sir
I got
Edward, you have
I got a-
riding.
Also trying to help out the soldier. Try to get him on the horse too.
Oh, well, we'll do that after we get Edward on his horse.
Okay.
Then we'll do both of those.
All right.
So, Sir Edward, athletics plus riding plus your body minus 3.
All right, so plus 7. Yeah, because it would be plus 10. And I got a 3 plus 7 is 10.
Okay, yeah. For that one, only a natural 2 would have screwed you up. Okay, so you
Right.
again, you vault up into the horse, and Brother Ainsley and Sir Edward each just give me a straight 2d6 plus your body. See about pulling the guys up behind you.
Plus body, so 3 plus 3 lucky. 4.
And plus 1 for that.
11 total.
Okay, you pull one up right up behind you, no problem. Sir Edward?
I'm rolling. I'm adding my what to it? My body.
Just your body bonus.
Okay, so I got a 4 plus 4, 8.
8. Okay, you managed to pull up the guy. So each of you everybody is mounted now,
Everybody except for the poor guy in the woods.
except for the one guy who is no longer with us.
Do you guys
Okay,
want
so
to take revenge and kill that big guy clutching his butt?
you would have to ride back through the guys, the big crowd of guys chasing you.
Who the
We
guy?
could ride around them, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that.
We're also
you-
bareback.
and you would-
We're also bareback though.
Yeah, and you would have to jump that fence, 2 of you with guys on back.
Now I have a question concerning that fence. How high? If the fence is high enough for a horse to jump it, certainly we can shoot over it with our bows if we're up on horseback.
Oh, yeah, you can shoot over it from horseback.
So if that guy hasn't moved, or even if he's crawled, I mean, he's down on one knee, he's heavily wounded, arrows sticking out of his butt and his leg.
There's no way he survived.
You never
this,
know if he has. Maybe the bad guys have quirks too. All I want to know is, with Brother Ainsley's medical knowledge, is it feasible that we can catch him before he reaches safety if we bolt with the horses?
This has been almost a whole minute. So he may have made it back in. It depends on how ambulatory he was, or if anybody came out to help him. It was fairly confusing. It could go either way.
Only a minute? He's still there. He's got to be.
This is the best time to take care of the guy
Probably the
because
only time.
everybody's all split up looking in the
Right.
forest or chasing us.
Yeah,
Well,
we're-
as you guys are discussing this, riding along, I'm assuming heading east while you work this out, you hear a blood-curdling cry of a wolf coming back from the direction of the horse farm.
Oh, well, nope. Let's get out of here.
Horses cannot run wolves, even if they're laden with another guy. If these are
I
wolves,
was wondering if they
the
were
best
tied in with the wolf since he had a wolf pelt cloak or whatever it was.
And you remember the leader of the bandits was called Wolf.
Right.
Oh, we messed him up.
But he didn't look like the guy that turned into the wolf, right?
You did not get a good enough look at him.
When when he was up on top of
I
that
did.
gate
My character did,
tower, he was
right?
hollering at
Oh,
me.
he was gigantic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
that was probably him.
Hey, wait a moment. We need silver to kill this
Right.
mofo.
Sir Edward, what do we do?
Well, I just blow it out of there. I don't even follow.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say we'll follow y'all two, the ones without the extra riders, and if y'all can get them, get them. If not, we just
All
keep
right,
on
let's
riding.
let's do it. Let's circle around. See if we see a giant wolf man. If we see a giant wolf man, we're gonna hightail out of here.
Right.
Well, as you
And attack the wolves.
look back, you see that big giant ass black wolf
Okay.
tearing past the guys coming towards you.
Oh, yeah, we're
no.
get out. Yeah.
And he has
All
a
right.
bunch of arrows in his teeth.
Arrows in
Bringing
his.
them back to the owner.
Yeah, he's holding them in his mouth sideways.
Oh, so it was the guy. Oh man. Okay.
Like he's
Right.
holding on to those like he wants to do something with them.
So I take the silver coins that we have and I make a rudimentary sling and I sling him with silver coins. Just kidding.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, you're heading in the direction of Bramble Hollow. Do you want to make it towards the road, or you're a little north of the road that leads past the church and farmlands
I
towards the
think
town?
the road
The
was
road is our fastest.
Yeah.
You could head down the road. We need to send someone with better riding skill than Zero to try to sprint ahead and warn the town because we're bringing bad juju with.
Brother Anthony could ride it beside Boyden and give him his soldier.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give basically a body roll for the soldier. Make sure he doesn't. Yeah, he makes it. He jumps over without any problem.
Wow.
Impressive. That's why he's a raven.
Okay, so Ainsley, you're going to bolt ahead of these guys.
God be with you. Boom. Full charge. Go.
Full gallop. Okay, as you pass the church along the road.
Oh, I'm giving that church a wide berth.
Okay, give them the
You
church
know
a
that's
wide
that
berth.
area. Yes.
Okay, so you do see some guys up in the tower. A couple of pot shots are taken at you, but nothing comes very
Damned
close.
if I'm gonna ride past the church and hi, how you doing? No.
Okay, so after you clear that, you'll head back onto the road. You start passing through the farms.
Mhm.
It's about another 2 miles to the town.
Cool.
You see one of some of your soldiers up on the wall. They say, Brother Ainsley, and
Right.
they open the door for you.
Great. Close it, and I begin to tell them. Long story short, I warned them that we have the wolf and his brigands hot on the rest of the party's heels. Arm yourselves. Get ready for battle.
Okay, they start ringing the old church bell.
Right. Get ready.
Your militia and your remaining guys all come out to the walls. At about 5 minutes later, the rest of the party arrives.
Sweet. Open the doors for them,
Okay,
or have
Open
the
the
doors
doors.
open for them.
swing the doors open. They shut them.
Any sign of the
Fire
bad
it
guy?
You wait. You guys probably wait for a good hour. They
Wow.
probably should have been here by now, but it doesn't look like they turn up.
See to
And
any
at this
wounded?
point, it's starting to rain.
Okay. Are any of us wounded?
It always
They
rains.
stopped at the church.
Are any of us wounded, or are the horses wounded?
No.
Oshin has some bruises on his back, but otherwise he's not too badly harmed.
Okay, I fell on my back enough times to know that this is something
He's
that
used
is
to falling on his
less
back,
evolved.
so it's no big deal.
Hey, I'd rather have Osin's wounds to the back of his rump than the wounds to the boss that we just shot in the ass.
Boyden wants to locate the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Wait, do I have my harp with me?
I will assume you grabbed that up. Yes, you slung it over your
Okay.
back. Okay, the smithy, as we'll see on the town map here, is about halfway to the market, just off the side of the main road. And Who is the smith?
My character is praising God right now.
Hob is the name of the smith. He's actually been one of the. He's been joining the militia. He seems to be one of the more stout and trustworthy fellows.
I produce a bag of silver coinage that I have, and I instruct him that we need to treat our weapons with silver.
Silver. Why would
I
you
put
want to do that, Lord? It'll wear off in fairly short fashion.
how long?
We need to kill a Fae.
The Fae don't like iron.
Oh. No, this one doesn't like silver.
If you say so, my lord. Who is this gent? Who is this Irish gentleman here? We have not seen him before.
This is Oshin.
Oseen, Oseen, McFinn,
Uh,
Colin.
All right then. If you're with the Ravens, that's good enough for me, sir.
His friends
Okay.
call him Bubba.
How long does
I'm just saying Mac because I don't know his entire family.
how long does treated silver last on a weapon?
It's one of those things that'll start scratching off. So I mean, it's probably if you're using it regularly, probably 3 or 4 battles, it'll be mostly gone.
Oh, okay. I produced the arming sword from
Okay.
the dead guy that we made deader.
Okay. Okay. How many weapons are you asking him to work?
I gathered the ravens and offered my coinage since I have quite a few.
He reckons he can probably do 5 in a night.
5 in a night.
I give him my spear to
Okay, well, he'll start out with your guys' weapons. Okay, so I should have some. I'll work through the night, Squire. I'll have these ready in the morning for you. And he rushes off to work.
How many coins does he need?
For the spear, probably 4. For the swords, to do them properly, probably 10 each.
Yeah, I got a bastard sword.
So say 6 for that one, or 12 for that one.
So 10 times 3 plus 4 plus 12. Okay, so 46 sounds correct.
That sounds
Okay.
good.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Plus, he's got to purify the silver because it'll be alloyed, and he'll have to take that out. But he can do about 5 weapons a night. He figures.
Sweet.
Okay. At this point, the mayor comes bounding up to you with a couple people behind him. What's going on here? What's happening? Your man came back. The fisherman came back and said you told him to leave you there. What's happening? What's happening?
We ran into the bandits and they were chasing us, but they never showed up.
Chasing you. Oh, wonderful. So the bandits are coming down on us. This is all we need. This is all we need. We have had enough trouble.
They never arrived. It's been over an hour. So we imagine they probably showed up at the church.
Oh, heaven help us. And he crosses himself and he goes wandering back towards his house. The Melly, the stable girl that you guys have been speaking to, spits on the ground after him. He kind of turns back and glares at her, but doesn't say anything. His wife kind of holds back for a minute, kind of rubbing her hands, then follows her husband.
I produce a bottle of wine and hand it to him.
Oh, to the mayor?
No, because he left, right?
Yeah, he's storming off in a huff.
I'm going to hand it to these 3: the wife, the blacksmith, and the stable girl.
Okay, well, the wife follows her husband away, but the blacksmith's like, this will make the work go smoother.
Yeah.
And he hands it to the girl as he heads back in.
Sweet.
Okay, so your men are all gathered around you at this point, asking, what did you find at the castle?
We found nothing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
The 2 guards that were with you, the 2 soldiers that were with you, look to Sir Edward when you say that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna these guys are ravens, so I'm gonna let them know what we're dealing with, pretty much, and just explain what happened and what we came across. Pretty much the whole ordeal. Pretty much, they're ravens, so I feel like we should all be informed and know what we're dealing
Alrighty.
with.
They seem to be taking it reasonably well. There's some swallowing and some sweating. Some of the nearby townsfolk are a little bit freaked out. They start running back towards their homes.
Oh, well, I didn't.
Really would like to.
intend that, but it is what it is.
Brother Ansley would like to perform the last rites for the guy that didn't make it.
Alrighty.
Sure.
Yeah, all the ravens all participate. They all bow their heads and okay. It stops raining by around nightfall, and you start seeing fire off in the distance.
Uh-oh. Anyone else getting 13 Warrior vibes?
Yeah.
It looks like they are burning the all the farms to the north and west of the town. A couple people who are still out at their farms, basically mill in, asking to be let in. The last of the farmers that were standing their ground and manning their farms. Apparently, the bandits have come in force. Almost the entire force of over 100 men are just going around destroying and burning all the remaining farmhouses during the night.
Check the farmers who have come back to make 100% certain they are farmers and not bandits in disguise.
Oh yeah, the people in town can confirm
Got it.
who everyone
Got to
is.
double check.
Do we receive word that the executioner is still holding his ground out by himself?
While you were away, the night you were away, 3 more heads were thrown over the fence, but nobody's actually directly seen him.
We have got to talk to this guy.
We need to recruit him to the Ravens.
Well, we got to know what he wants. I just want to meet him. But
Millie overhears Millie, the stable girl, overhears you discussing this, and she goes, "You want to talk to the Naka?
if you think it is wise,
You'd have to find him, but he was a loyal servant of our Lord. He's we believe a pagan as well. We no one ever asked. He's an Acker after all. Nobody, the town folk don't really like mixing with him, but he came with our Lord from the north.
how many heads in total has he tossed over your wall?
Probably 30 since this all began.
30. Is there some kind of reward? Glance at Boyden's wine package. Glances at his own bottle that Boyden gave him.
We need to visit this guy because he
Yes.
sounds like an expert at this.
I'm also wondering if he was a close friend to the Lord, who is the bandit leader, the Wolf. Then that explains why he's not being bothered, because he was a friend of the Wolf.
He certainly has been no friend to the bandits,
Right.
Good to see.
but we've
They
No,
still don't
he-
kill him. It's just one man.
yes, he's an odd man. He's known for his woodcraft. He's a Pict.
Hmm.
The Lord met him on one of his journeys to the north, fighting Mercia, and he brought him back with him. He set him up as his executioner, and we hardly ever see him. He's probably spoken a dozen words to people in the town in the years he's been here.
Who knows him best in the town?
The mayor has dealt with him a few times, and Hob the smith
The Smith.
drank with him a few times.
Drank with him, you say? So he
Yes.
does drink.
He's a Pict. What do you expect?
Like a wine
in-
delivery.
Where may I find this Hob the blacksmith?
Oh, that's the guy who's doing your weapons right now.
Oh, yeah, but Brother Ainsley wasn't with them. So he
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
know.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
this is so much.
he's in the smithy working on your weapons.
And he asked directions to the smithy.
Yeah, it's right off the road, the main
Okay.
road. Okay, and he's in there. He's right now. He's purifying the silver. He's melting down and purifying the silver as you enter in. Brother, what can I do for you? I'm going to be working all night. We're going to get as many of these done as possible.
It's not your skills or arms really I wish to take up, but only a matter of your time concerning the executioner who lives north of here and has thrown many a bandit head over your walls.
Ah, he's a right righteous lad, isn't he? Yeah.
That is what I wish to ask you about. I don't know of him at all. Some people say he's not quite right in the head, but he's clearly
He's no, he's not quite right in the head, but he's a good sort. He's a good sort. Stout fellow.
You've drank
And
with
he's
him.
been
you know?
doing a few times. I've had to make deliveries out there. Some of his equipment I've worked on. But he seems a good sort. And most people, don't like dealing with knackers or executioners, and the fact he's being a pick on top of it, well, that turns a lot of people off. But I'm not worried about that.
It is not. My eyes do not judge. I leave that to God. If whether he is a picked or not, he is still a human being. And if he is a friend of the towns, then dare say he's a friend of the Ravens. We were considering giving him a visit.
I don't know if he's a friend of the towns, but he certainly doesn't care for the bandits.
Why else though? If he was not a friend of the towns, why would he be throwing bandit heads over the walls?
I don't know. I'm curious why he hasn't just left. It's not like people here were very welcoming of him.
What was he like when before the troubles came?
He kept mostly to himself. He and the Lord were very close, which seemed odd given his profession and Lord's status. But he would visit the castle regularly. He and the Lord went hunting a few times that I know of.
Hunting, you say? So he is a hunter as well.
Of men as well as beast.
Clearly so. Are there any? Is there any way that we could approach him in a friendly fashion that you would recommend?
You'd have to find him.
We know where
how
he
you
lives.
do that.
Yeah. Are there any things? Does he ever needed anything from the town?
He sometimes comes in for supplies, but it's been months.
It's
The
been
only
months.
the only word or sign of him we get is just him throwing heads over the walls.
Indeed. I thank you for your time. If any other thoughts or come to your mind, please have me fetched, and I will come see you day or night.
Oh, certainly.
God bless your work.
Brother. Certainly,
That brother instantly bows to him and makes his way, so he doesn't disturb the guy anymore.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I gotta let my cat out. He's freaking
Cat.
out.
Cat is being cat.
Hey, I was just thinking we also need to get arrows silver tip.
That's precisely what Ainsley was going to ask for after this first order.
Hey, I gotta ask, how long is the game gonna last?
Usually it's 2 hours. I think we're wrapping up. Don,
Oh,
7 my time.
ready?
how long is this game to last?
We are about to wrap up because as you're having this discussion, you start hearing the wolves call. It's dark now, and you start hearing wolves from all around the north outside the gates, and you see the approach of about 100 torches.
But it's raining, so they all go out. Just kidding.
Oh, it's stopped by now.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you can use a total even if
I'm
it's
being
raining.
silly.
And it looks like the bandit army has come in force and is just to the north of the walls of Bramble Hollow.
I think we sped things up.
Open up with the 50s. Just kidding.
And we'll pick up next time with the siege of Bramble Hollow.
Oh boy.
As the Ravens sneak out the front gate.
Later, folks. Good luck. We've done what we can.
we
Best
pull
of
a Star
luck, dude.
Trek. We find the executioner, clone him, and he takes care of all these jerks with silver.
Right.
No. That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, my plan was the best.
Okay.
felt
For
like
everyone
mine
watching,
like
catch us in 2 weeks. Good journeys.